Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show. I'm Steve Cox, your host, and my guest tonight's Mike Cox, and just because I couldn't get anybody else to come over. Mike, glad to have you.
Yeah, Dad said me to help you all I could.
Oh. All right, Dad. I wanted to say hello to my dad and to Bill, to Polly and Bill Nichols. And Polly, I hope you're doing better. Be calling you on the phone there tomorrow, Bill, for sure. Mike, what do you have to? Yeah. He's always got something funny to say, ain't he?
He does.
Okay, folks. We got a lot of announcements to make tonight, and I'm going to start out with for next week's show. I'm sure you all saw on the news we had the high school boys won the tournament down there on Chickamauga, or Gunnersville, excuse me, and I've talked to Joe Lee, and which the boys were in school today naturally. But anyway, Joe's putting me in contact with Scott Winchester, and I'm going to have those boys on the show next week. And they're at the Appalachian Museum, Mike.
Yeah.
Up there with Charlie Ingram's up there giving a fishing seminar, and those boys were going to be a guest up there tonight. So we'll have them on the show next week and let them tell us about their big week down at Gunnersville and in the BASS circuit there. For the high school kids. So, and congratulations to those four guys, and they're, you know, I told you all when we started the show, we had some good fishermen in this area. Well, those four boys are sons of some good fishermen, Mike.
They sure
are. You know, Joe Lee and Lee Mashburn and Scott Winchester and all those people are all great fishermen, and their sons are just following in their steps, and so, you know, that just goes to show you, you know, there's some heck of a fishermen in this area right here, sure is. So, but congratulations to those four guys and the young gentleman there, and we'll have them on the show next week, and they can tell us their story. You know, there's no better. You don't have to repeat anything that way, Mike. No. It's all right there, first-hand information. So we'll be tickled to death to have those four boys over here next week, and so that just goes to show you that this fishing's got in, you know, getting big in the high school level now.
Oh,
Mike.
yeah. It's great to see them kids involved in it, I'll tell you this.
Sure is. I was tickled to death to hear that, which I was told about it Sunday. Before it came on the news there Monday evening, so was glad to hear that. I've got some film tonight on. I went down to Watts Bar last Friday and to pre-fish. Mike and I couldn't decide. What done told us we wasn't working Saturday, so I took off Friday and went down there to pre-fish a little bit, see if I could get on some fish, and I didn't do that well. I filmed some. I've caught 4 or 5 fish there, and you'll see those on the film. But anyway, so Mike and I made the decision there Friday night. He got to work, and my group couldn't work, so I went fishing. He was working, and anyway, we had Caney Creek or Tom Fuller Park or Norris. And I said, Mike, the water's running hard and it's muddy everywhere I've been today. And I said, the only place I got a bite was when I found some clean water. So we decided to go to Norris. And I'll let Mike tell you about our trip up there whenever we show that film. But anyway, Herschel, take us to the Friday episode of Me on Watts Bar, will you? Hey folks, I'm here at Ladd Landing, and Friday morning I got rained out at work, so I'm going out here and try to get some film. May fish a tournament tomorrow, so Go down here and pre-fish a little bit, and remember the sponsors. And I'll have the camera on my helmet there and see if I can get some film for the show. See you Thursday night. All right, folks, we've got our first fish on here. We're gonna see. Oh yeah. Okie dokie. I hope I got him on the camera. There, nice little old keeper bass. We'll see how things go here. I'll check the camera out and make sure I got him on there. There you go. All right. Okay, I'm up here, boy. Yeah. Let's see what we can do with him here. Get him off the hook. Yeah, there you go. All right. Boy. There we go. All right, folks, got I see what that is. Got an old striper there, river stripe on there. They will hit these things. Yeah. All right. Let's get him off and get another one here. Alright, folks, got another fish on here. Smallmouth there. Alrighty. He won't keep, but they're always fun to catch. Yeah. Oh yeah. I hope I got him on film there. Camera's doing a lot of beeping, but I don't know what for. Yeah, all right. There he goes. Alright, folks, I got another fish on here. Feels like a pretty decent fish. I don't know, not that big, just acting mean. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a good one. A little bigger than I thought he was. Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. Alrighty. Okay, folks, that little bit there, what I done there Friday, and I was throwing I'm not going to call it an A rig, Mike, because I never did think Alabama could beat us, did you?
No.
I didn't think so. I know I don't. Well, I'm going to call it a Tennessee rig. Mm-hmm. I was throwing a Tennessee rig and throwing a jerk bait, and like I said, the current was real bad heavy there Friday. All that muddy water from the previous rains there, Wednesday and Thursday, I guess it was, and Mike, and up there on that end of the lake, the current's a lot heavier than it is on downstream, you know, when it flattens out a little bit. So there in the Emory and the Clinch River there, why pretty bad current and it running muddy too. So I just kind of had to pick my places to try to fish. But I caught a few fish. But like I said, we decided to go to Norse and just on account of the water conditions without running way down the lake, try to find some clear water, Mike. So that's what we wound up doing, and you know, we caught some fish on Norse. We'll get into that weigh in here in just a few minutes and see what goes on with that. I had a guy talking about jerk baits. And then this Tennessee rig, Mike, it's just a hit or miss thing.
Oh, evidently.
You know, I mean, you could throw that thing all day long and not get a bite on it, and you can throw it for 5 minutes and catch 20 pounds of fish.
No doubt about it.
I mean, it's you know, it's just like anything else. Once you find them on it, they don't hesitate to get it. So, but you got, you know, I made a lot of casts with that thing down there Friday to catch the 3 or 4 fish that I caught on it, and I think either and there's so many different trailers, Mike, that you can put on that thing. You know, you know, just plain old Kalen grubs to you know, 14 different brands of name brands, you know, of trailers for that thing, and so you know, it's just whatever you like, whatever you want to rig up on it. I guess is the thing to do. Herschel, are we ready to show the Heartland weigh-in? All right, let's do that. Got
I used to take a picture on my phone too.
Different on the scale then. Let's go lost some light.
What'd you say, Dickie? I appreciate it. Exactly.
I'll take it home. I can't get more of them. I'll take it to Mama. I ain't getting more.
Hey, no. You should be serious. Yeah.
Yeah, he was up there watching the fish down. They'll probably come in here and get them as soon as everybody clears out.
Come on, Willie.
I think all around.
Anybody that gets on the camera and holds the fish for a while.
John had one about 600. Yeah.
You want fish?
Ain't no way you were.
Doug Preston messed up on the book. That's what he's having a problem with.
Second place was fine. Plus the longer. And then a fifth place was fine. 135.
Hey folks, I'm up here at point 19 and with the Heartland Anglers. I got Sam Mullins here, and Sam's one of the tournament directors. Sam, how you doing today?
Doing fine.
Good, good. How many boats do you have?
We have 14 boats.
14 boats. All right, pretty good turnout considering there's another tournament here too.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty good turnout. Looks like you had a lot of fish weighed in.
Sure did.
Yeah.
15.01 won it.
Yeah.
And I think 14.43 second.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Well, Sam, good to see you. And and don't forget to watch the show on Thursday night. Let's go fishing.
Come on out and fish with us next tournament.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Okay, son.
255.
Hey, folks, I'm going to try to get the winners and second place people in here in just a second. And we'll try to get them on camera here and see how they done. Hey, folks, I got the winner here, and Mike Melton. Mike, I think we done this a couple of weeks ago.
We did.
All right, good deal. How'd y'all do today?
We caught 6 keepers. Caught 7 smallmouth and had 6 keepers.
7 smallmouth, 6 keepers. Pretty good day, then, consider. Bright sun, and yeah.
Still deep.
Still
deep.
Yeah, and that gun calm and slick, and you know that's a bad day for Norris anytime, isn't it?
It ain't good, but we've had a lucky month. You know, we played in 1-2 tournaments last week up at Brogan's. Had 1742 up there.
Good.
And it's just been but we're on a pattern. They're just deep.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
when it happens, it happens.
I got you. Well, listen, congratulations. I appreciate your information.
I love your show.
I
watched it again.
All right, good deal. I appreciate that. Watch it again. Hey, folks, I got John Miner here. Him and his partner came in second. How'd you do today, John?
We caught them pretty good the last probably hour, but we had our 2 biggest fish, probably 11:30.
Is that right? They largemouth, smallmouth?
Yeah, they're largemouth. One weighed 6 and one weighed 5.
Oh man, that's 2 nicest.
Yeah, that's the 2 biggest fish.
Sure was. I don't want you to tell us what you caught them on because everybody don't want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you caught them on a hook.
Yeah, we caught them on a hook. Rod and reel.
Okay, that sounds good, folks. You know, there's just 10,000 reeling rods and hooks out there. So if you figure out which one they're using, you've got it made. No, congratulations to you guys. And how much weight do y'all have?
We had 1439. Is that what you said?
1439.
1430 something.
Yeah, pretty good day. And congratulations. Make sure you watch the show. And Thursday night, 8 o'clock, man.
All right, thank you.
Okay, bud. Thank you, John. Hey folks, I got Jeff Russell here. He's the other tournament director up here. Jeff, how'd y'all do today?
We didn't do too good. We had one largemouth today. We're looking forward to March 8th, our next tournament.
March 8th, folks, the next Heartland here at 419. And Jeff and Sam will be glad to have you up here.
Come on out. These largemouths and smallmouths both will be turning on by then.
All right, Jeff, I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, there we go. Okay, folks. There we go. Mike, Melton and Sharp won the tournament there, and they had a Fishers of Men tournament there also that morning. They were blasting off a few minutes there before we did, and just at the break of light and that kind of thing. So, Mike and Sharp had enough weight that they won that tournament too. They were in both of them.
Yeah,
sure was. And and you had four. Tell us what you had there.
we had 4 smallmouth weighed 14 pounds. Just didn't get that 5th connection that we needed.
Yeah,
I had a bunch of small ones, but nothing. Got some that's close. But
yeah, we had 3 or 4 fish there, 17 3/4, but just couldn't get one in another 18-incher. That's what we were fishing for, was the smallmouth. We didn't even get in there and throw on the bank. Water temperature was what, Mike? 45, 40. You remember?
42.
42. I thought it was a little warmer than that. But yeah, I guess that's right. 42, and it got up to about 45 there after lunch. We caught our fish out deep.
Yeah, we started off fishing 30, 25, 30, something in that range, and then after an hour or so, then we backed on out a little bit more and fished on that ridge line where that drop off was, and finally caught them first 2, and they was about 37.
Yeah, 37 to 40 feet. Yeah, I just bumped off that. When it hit 40, that's when I got that first bite. So yeah, they were out there, the smallmouth anyway. And then later on in the evening there, 2 o'clock or so, we caught them 2. Well, that one you caught there was 30 foot deep.
Yeah.
And I think the other one, that keeper that I caught, I figure it was probably 20 to 25 feet, I'd say.
Every bit.
Yeah. And they weren't, them smallmouth weren't up on the bank, or at least the ones we were getting bites on weren't. And even the smaller fish, they weren't, they were out there in that 20, 25 foot range. So, we just needed another keeper.
Oh, yeah.
And Mike and that's just fishing. So we didn't come up with a keeper, and we'd have been in a lot better shape. But congratulations to those guys that won the thing, and Miner and his partner there. They had 2 nice largemouths, and they caught them, he said, there around 12 o'clock, on a jerkbait. So, and they were real shallow. So, you just never know where you're going to find them at. And that was the thing. So, anyway, we'll go on here with get making some comments here on a few things. And Mike, you know what tomorrow is?
Friday.
Friday? Yeah, it's February the 28th.
Yeah. Almost time to get a new fishing license there.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's here. I want to make sure that you go get you some. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got a book here in case you need to look at it and tell you, that your license is going to expire.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to make sure I've reminded you now, and you need to go get your fishing license before you hit the water again.
Times you forget things,
Yeah. Folks, do remember that. Your license are going to run out on you tomorrow, and And so don't get down there and get caught without any. You know, what Jack Rain said last week, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. It's printed on the license. They expire.
They expire, dude.
All right, folks. So remember that to get your fishing license. And then, you know, let's talk about this. I know Jack's going to call in here in a little bit because I talked to him there this afternoon. And the Tennessee Sportsman's Association, Mike, you know, that's a good thing. And the point that I got from Jack last week while he was on the show, and then after the show, and then Saturday I'll talk to him again up at Clinton, and you know, they not only want you to be a member of this association, they want you to participate and attend their meetings and all that kind of stuff, and you know, if they dissolve, basically there's nobody to, you know, except the individual to go to TVA or TWRA and ask for these boat ramps and lights and floating docks and that kind of thing. So I hope that doesn't happen. I really do. And you know, we'll get Jack back on the phone here in a little bit. So you know, that's something for you sportsmen to think about. It's not only fishing, you know, it's hunting and everything. So you know, that'd be a good thing to attend right there. Would be this meeting they got coming up here. I think it's March the 8th. He said.
The 13th.
The 13th. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. And so, you know, keep that in mind for sure, without a doubt.
All these bass clubs, hunting organizations, they all need to be members of this. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't hurt for each club to get together in each county and start their own organization there, and even though they're members, and help sponsor this thing and go with Jack and them to these meetings and sit down and talk to these people and tell them what they need and what their wants are.
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, when they convene, and I think it's once a year that task force convenes from the state for TWRA.
I think that's what he said.
And you know, they have it in different places, Johnson City, maybe in Nashville, out Memphis way, or what have you. But they meet once a year, and you know, hey, if nobody's going to be there to object to whatever I want to do, I just do what I want to do.
That's exactly right.
Huh?
That's exactly right. You get an organization in each county, and then all of a sudden you get 96 people showing up at their doorstep that might wake them up a little bit and maybe even get the governor's attention a little bit there. Yeah. See, we need to see what these people's wanting.
Right, yeah, because they are appointed representatives of from somewhere. You know, they're picked
by the governor.
By the governor.
Commissioners are picked by the governor.
Yeah, and these commissioners, you know, and then you got TWRA thrown in there, which is contracted to the state. So, you know, if you don't have any objections to anything you want to do is okay, I guess.
That's right.
So, you know, it's a good thing. I'm kind of waiting to see what turns out up here on their first meeting. So, you know, folks, you know, that'd be a good thing to do. And in there a minute ago, we'll see what Jack got to say when he calls in. I mentioned the Charlie Ingram seminar up there at the Appalachian Museum. It's going on right now. You know, they called him on. I said, hey, I can't be there. I wished I could. I tried to get one of them to take my camera, but he didn't want to do it. He wasn't that too good a cameraman. I said, well, I've got a handful of them now.
Yeah. That's right.
So, you know, I don't need another one.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, they are up there, the high school boys and all the people that's attending that. They're up there tonight. So, and we're here, and we're going to try to get the show going here and pass along some good information, some fishing tips, and what have you. but we'll look forward to Jack calling in. Enough said about that till I get phone calls from Jack. I wanted to tell you all about what's up with the free fishing trip. I'm running into all kinds of trouble getting those tickets printed up. Everybody's covered up with election posters and this, that, and the other, and it kind of got me on the back burner. But I hope to goodness I get those things done by Monday of next week, and so that I can get them out in the places, and then let you all know Thursday that you can go to the sponsors and sign up for the free fishing trip. And you know, everybody said, "Well, where are you going to go?" I said, "Hey, I'm going to go wherever the winner wants to go. You know, within reason." Now, Mike, you know, I don't know about running off down to Florida.
Yeah,
you know,
kind of had Olmsted on my mind.
Olmsted, yeah, that's just what I thought. I probably should have put on there 1-day restriction, Mike.
Yeah.
You know, daylight to dark.
Yeah.
Instead of a 2-week scenario, you know, like you're wanting to do. But anyway, I can't wait to get those tickets printed up and get them out to the sponsors and let you all get people sign up for it and get this thing rolling. And because I'd like to finish it up by no later than the 2nd week of April, in case we're on. They want to go crappie fishing or something like that, Mike. That'd be a good time.
It'd be a great time.
Yeah, you know, so it's just whatever the winner wants to do. And so that's what's going on with that. And then the photo of the month, got these two guys right here with these catfish. Got Eli Cox and Casey Spradlin. They're going to be the winners of the shirts, and you know, congratulations to those two guys, and I'll put them in my album and make contacts and get them their shirts, and appreciate you guys. And I want to say hello to Eli Copeland, who's down in Nashville, and I hear he's watching the show every week. And Eli, just keep fishing, man. Send me another picture. His grandpa lives there in Harriman, and Eli's about 10, 11 years old, and he's hooked on the fishing, Mike.
Oh yeah,
So,
no doubt about that.
that's a great thing there. So looking forward to hearing from him again. And he even goes down there and trout fishes in that Caney Fort River down there.
Caney Fort River.
Yeah, sure does. He gets up there below Center Hill Dam and fishes that river down through there. So nothing wrong with that. Trout fishes there below Center Hill Dam, he said. The other thing I wanted to bring up is this Clinch River charter of Trouts Unlimited again, and they've got their last fly tying class going on tonight, and so I told them when they got done with that, give me another call, and we try to get hooked up. They also got this river cleanup scheduled for July the 12th. Buzz Buffington and that group of guys are supposed to give me a buzz when they get done with this fly tying thing, and I told them I'd be more than glad to get time set up, Mike, to go up there and film them trout fishing, you know, and that kind of thing. So looking forward to that. But they are tied up tonight. They're having their last fly tying class tonight, and be looking forward to that. May even get a hold of Rick Ross down there at Kingston and get him involved in that.
Yeah,
yeah, and so I'll see how these guys do, and Rick may be a member of that chapter. I don't know. I'll have to check with him and see. Another thing I wanted to mention was the talked with Glenn Reynolds again today, and he's still working on trying to get the park down there at Kingston. That's where he's decided to have the tournament. He's going, you know, there at the city park there in Kingston. Got the pavilion and everything, and so he's trying to get the date on that. And when he does, well, I'll announce it, and so that everybody can get these crappie fishermen can go down there and get ready. They're going to have a tournament, crappie tournament, and then a fish fry afterward.
That's the best part there.
That's the best part, Mike. Yeah, man, I tell you what, shoot. You can take those crappie fillets in a brown paper bag and a bag of cornmeal and shake them up in there and drop them in that hot grease. Oh, man, I tell you what, you can't beat it. But anyway, as soon as they get their date set for the get in the park, I'll get back, let you all know as soon as I find out, and get that took care of. So, Herschel, you going to show us that commercial?
Yeah, here we go.
All righty.
Hey folks, I'm here at Tim's Tire, and I showed you there some of the piles of tires he's got down here. You truckers, he's got all kinds of tires for your on-the-road, off-road vehicles, your trucks, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, just like I said, he's got tires for everything. Come by here and see Tim. I know you're not going to beat his price. He won't let you beat his price. And so come by down here at Harriman, see Tim's Tire, and let him earn your business. And, you know, nothing else, can't drive down here, call him, get the price on it. They'd be more than glad to give you that. And, you know, they do the mounting and balancing up here in the tire shop, and brakes and struts and things of that nature, you know, on your vehicle if need be while you're there. So come on down and see Tim down here at Tim's Tire, going into Harriman on your left there. And also too, don't forget about these helmets. There's quite a few empty spaces out there, but there's still quite a few helmets. He's got them marked down half price. A variety of every kind of thing on the helmet. He's got some that's just the shell, some that's got without the visor, some with the flip up, flip down visors on them. So just come down here and visit with Tim on the tires and look these helmets over. And hope to see you tonight on the night show.
All right, folks, there you go. Had to get a drink of water. Mike, we were sitting here talking to come back. Let's run over these tournaments right quick, and we'll turn the phone on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Because you said you had 3 or 4 guys going to call you?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Hey, folks, Mike, I'm going to give them a little tip that you and I talked about the other day. It's February, end of February, but you know we've had some cold weather this winter. A few days colder than what we've had in several years.
Mm-hmm.
The tip I want to tell you fishermen or you boaters is this. Check your lower unit grease before freezing weather. Don't wait till do it. And you know, I got this from another gentleman, and I've always done mine usually in the winter time, like in January or February, on a bad weekend when I couldn't get to the lake.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm fortunate. My boat's in the basement.
Yep.
If your boat's sitting outside, now you think of this, and you have a bad seal on your prop shaft or your water pump seal, anyway, you've got a lower unit full of water. Well, okay, the last time you went fishing was right before squirrel season, deer season, and that kind of thing. Well, your boat's sitting out there and your lower unit's full of water. Okay, then it gets 10 below zero.
Yep.
Your gear case is busted.
Yep.
Guarantee it.
No doubt.
I know of 3 people that's happened to this winter. And, you know, so the point I'm trying to make is I'm not going to wait till the fall, till January to check mine, Mike. I'm going to do it October or November before freezing weather gets here. Drain the oil, check it for, you know, you're going to know if it's got water in it. If it doesn't have any oil in it, it's all going to be water, or it's going to be real milky looking. You know what water and oil looks like mixed. So, but that's just a good tip that that guy gave me. He said, you know, if you wait till freezing weather and it's full of water, folks, you know, you've lost your gear case, it's going to freeze and bust on you.
They'll do the same thing if you leave them trimmed up. If it's outside and you leave it trimmed up and it rains it full and then it freezes up there, bust that case and push your dang nut out of it and everything, and lost the lower unit tires. So, you know.
So you're saying whenever you put it on the trailer, you might want to trim it down and let the water run out that's on the outside?
You have to keep it down.
Yeah.
All winter long where it can't rain it full, or either cover it one to where it can't get water in.
Okay. I got you. That's a good. That was a smart tip, folks. That I always done mine. Like I said, try to in January, and grease my bearings on my trailer hubs and that kind of thing. A couple of squirts, 3 with grease. You know, you have to maintain those things. But that was my schedule. You know, and to get that done at that point in time. But now this guy brought out a good point to me. You know, if you've got a gear case full of water and you let it freeze, it's going to bust it. So you want to do it later, in, you know, in the fall before freezing weather and catch it.
Yep.
You know, at that point, if nothing else, at least drain the water and what little bit of oil's in there out, and it won't freeze and bust on you.
That water in there rust everything up anyway.
Yeah, sure will. So, yeah, those bearings don't do good with water. All right, let's get to the tournaments right quick. Then we're going to turn the phones on. The East Tennessee Catfish Anglers, man, their first tournament. Marty Carpenter and his crew, they're over at Ish Creek this coming Saturday at, let's see, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And so if you're interested in that catfish trail, guys, and me and Mike had a ball, and I'm going to give him a few tournaments, then I'm going to hit him up to ride with him, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want, you know, I want to definitely do that for sure. So remember that. And then the Tennessee, or the Volunteer Bass Trail, Phoenix sponsored this event. That's the James Knuckles, the orange and white divisions. They had their first tournament at Ladd Landing there on the 22nd of February, last Saturday. I heard 20 pounds. Brad Knight won the white division, which is the $150 entry fee, and I think Tyler Meredith, someone told me he won the orange division. So I'm glad that thing's kicked off and going good. James's next tournament will be March the 15th at Percy Priest for that. Then he comes back to Norris, and like you said, you can get all this information on the website, www.volunteerbasstrail.com, and get your schedule and your entry form for that thing. So there we go. And then a bunch of Heartland tournaments, folks. Mike, you can go to Watts Bar Dam and fish one Saturday in the Heartland, and then the next one will be up at let's see, yeah, they got one at the canal Saturday on Fort Loudon, and then they don't come back to Ladd Landing until the 15th of February. But they got tournaments everywhere. Like get to www.heartlandanglers.com, pull up the thing, and you know, I've got, shucks, 1, 2, 4, 5 sheets of tournaments right there, folks. In Douglas, Cherokee, Loudon, Tellico, Watts Bar, out in Middle Tennessee, you know, just Dale Holler, Star Point, Normandy, you know, just anywhere you want to go. And then here's the one at Brogan's Holler on North, March the 2nd, Mike. That one, our safe light to 3:30. So Rob Dunn and Austin Dunn is directors for that tournament trail. So just about anywhere you want to go. Then the other Heartland thing I want to mention here right quick is their spring starter at Chickamauga at Dayton, down at Dayton Boat Dock. You got to have your entries in by the 15th of March, and then the tournament's on the 22nd of March. So that'd be another thing going on. Then we got the Milton Hill Trail over here. Their next tournament is March the 22nd over here at Milton Hill. And so, you know, you guys want to fish at, that's Tennessee Division 12. Wanted to mention those good folks over there on that deal. And then we got the Tennessee Valley Team Championship Series. They start April the 19th, folks. That's Bunch Marine. Highly involved in that, sponsoring that deal, along with some other sponsors, and you know, that's going to be a big thing taking off right there. And also, there's a Ranger boat giveaway going on at Bunch Marine right now. If you want to, you know, when you go down there, hopefully I'll have your free fishing trip form set up, Mike, and you can register for the free giveaway boat and register for the free fishing trip. So down there with Bunch Marine. So that'll be a good deal right there. That's kill two birds with one stone there, Mike.
That's
Win them
right.
both, you know. So want to remember that for sure. And that's you know, if you're just desperate to hunt a fishing tournament, Mike, we got all kinds of them right here right now. And looking forward to the crappie tournament that Reynolds is going to have. You know, that'd be a good deal right there. Yeah, I'll probably just show up for the eating.
Well, that's the only reason I was getting in it, was for the eating.
Yeah, Well, it sounds pretty good, Mike. Somebody's got to film it.
Yeah.
I done tried you fellas on filming. I know right now.
Yeah,
You know.
you got that.
So
right.
I guess I'll have to work the camera. But the cameraman gets to eat first.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, that's the rules, you know.
I thought you had to wash the dishes and
No, we're going to use paper plates.
okay.
All right. Also, too, this Tennessee Toad Trail, Brandon Coulter over here at Tellico, folks, they got a heck of a deal there going on. And let's see, I was trying to think of when that thing started. April the 22nd is their first tournament. And so that's just a month and a half away, Mike. You know, it's going to be here before you know it. And if you don't have your trees trimmed right now, it's just about too late.
Yeah.
They'll be budded out here before you know it.
Frogs is already hollering.
The frogs have been croaking for 2 weeks, Mike. Just about it, for sure. Herschel, turn the phones on. Let's see if we get a phone call.
Me and Brad went down to Chickamauga. He just nothing to do, but he wanted to go down there and throw that A-rig, or Tennessee rig, whatever you want to call it. But
Tennessee rig.
yeah, he drug that thing around all day and never did catch nothing on it. And, after about 3 hours, his arm and shoulder was hurting so bad, we decided we'd drown a few minnows. So we pulled out there and caught a mess of crappie. That main channel was just as muddy as a clay hole out there. We had to stay back in that creek.
Okay.
We went on up the lake later that day and went back into some of them sloughs and found some warmer water too.
Hello, caller.
Hey, Mike and Steve, how you doing?
Hey,
Jack Range.
Jack, how you doing?
Hey, appreciate you inviting me last week, and sorry I missed you out up there on the weigh-in Saturday. I was up to big tournament. You was down on the ramp, and we missed each other on that weigh-in. But thank you for plugging the TSA. We are definitely meeting March the 13th up at Allen Ford Church. Got an ad coming in the Courier there because we missed each other as we speak.
Right. That's all right, Jack. Listen, Jack, I got a question on this TSA thing. You're going to meet March the 14th.
March the 13th.
March the 13th.
It's the second Thursday of the month.
Okay, that's on a Thursday night. Boy, I may have to send Mike up there to film it. So
That'll be good. We'll be up at Island Ford Church. It's the recreation building. Reason we're doing that, we couldn't get a building here that was committed everything, and so we'll be meeting at Memorial United Methodist Church in the next quarterly meeting. So what you might do, this will be a short meeting. I just suggest that that I call you in who gets elected officers, and we'll postpone the filming of that until let's see, March, April, May. It'd be June. To June, the meeting you could film it. We may vote to change it to another night, see, because we used to meet on Tuesday night. That'd be better for me. But then we couldn't get any buildings to rent or to, a place to have a meeting, and other than that, on Thursday night.
Right. Okay.
So that's the reason we had to schedule it on March 13th.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good, Jack. And
so we used to meet at Second Baptist Church, Steve, when Randy Thomas was there, and they have didn't want us to meet in the cafeteria any longer. Now he's doing that big fishing program up on Norris with Parker and that bunch. So. So we're going to try to get this scheduled where it'll be better for the group, and I'd like to meet on Tuesday night if we could.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard what we were talking about there a minute ago about the participation.
Yeah.
And getting some people out here to meet when these commissioners meet and TWRA meets and that kind of thing. So that you know, if you don't have anybody there to object to anything, whatever they want to do is okay.
That's right. Now, let me tell you what we do. We take the 5 officers. It's usually me, the vice president, secretary, treasurer, and chaplain. If they want, they 5 of us. We'll go, like if they meet in Knoxville, or if they meet in Morristown, if they meet in Cookeville, somewhere close where we can drive. We'll go to TWRA meeting and present what we hear from the public here in this division.
Right. That's the way I understood it working, and that's what we want to get people there and get them involved in this thing, so that if they do have or need something, you know, like lights at a boat ramp or a boat ramp from here, you know, wherever. And you mentioned last week that you got one built up there below Cove Lake Dam there, so in the creek there, so that was good. So there is some good.
As you know now, Mike, as I hate to tell you, don't cut you off, but they don't. These boat docks won't let you launch anymore.
Right.
And the fisherman, the guy that you and I are trying to represent, has to have a place to launch a boat. I mean, now most of these docks are going to charge you $10, and you got to park way off somewhere and walk all the way back over. But what we're trying to do is get some TVA to put in some ramps like Point 19, and they leased out the campground. They were trying to lease out the parking area, and the guy was wanting to charge $10. We took on that to stop that. The TSA is in a purpose to help all the fishermen. We're not after anybody. We just want TWRA to know we're up here representing.
Right. That sounds like a good plan to me, Jack. Sure does. Mike and I are we're in.
Yeah.
You know, because you know we've seen things happen that we didn't think was right, and we didn't have a voice. But now you know, with this TSA organization, we got a voice. So sounds good.
That's right. I mean, the people that's listening to you and watching your program, if they'll call in and give you you and I meet at least once a week. We talk to each other on the phone, and you can tell us what it. And the next meeting we have, we'll bring that up and discuss it. Now, like out at the ramp out there with William Baird out of Campbell County, he went to TVA, and now they're putting in a floating dock like they got at Interscotty Park up in the creek, Cove Creek.
Yeah.
And, boy, we needed that because we didn't have a place to launch out there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you this. We're running short of time, but I did have a guy call me back this time last year wanting a dock put in down at the Little Emery launch ramp there. And
Sugar Tree, they call it.
At Sugar Tree ramp there, and so that might be. I hope he calls me back here in the next show.
Okay, if he does call me, you and I meet. We go look at it. We'll call TVA and call Bobby Wilson and get him to come look at him.
Okay. Jack, appreciate it.
Appreciate you doing a good job on that show.
Thank you, buddy. See you.
All right, have a good day.
You too, buddy. Bye. All right. That's we'll see how that turns out. I hope that boy's still watching the show. Maybe we can get him hooked up and get the ball rolling. Now, it takes a long time to get some of that stuff done.
After that spill happened down there, they come in up there and put a floating dock in.
I know.
And that's what he was talking about, how he could pull his pontoon boat up there and load his dad on a wheelchair up on the pontoon boat, and then the next thing you know, they come back and took it all out.
Yeah, right.
For some reason or other, they didn't want it there. I don't know what it was. But.
Right. Okay. We've only got a few minutes. Let's see who we got. Hello, caller. There we go. Hello, caller.
Hello, Steve and Mike.
Hey, Mike Richards, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How you guys doing?
Buddy, we're doing all right.
I heard you talking to Jack there. Hey, I'll tell you what, Steve, if somebody can get me an address there for the Tennessee Sportsman Association, an address to send membership,
Right.
what I want to do, me and James Lave, from Oak Ridge, and some of the buddies used to do the show with me and everything. I'd be glad to submit our membership fees to be a part of Tennessee Sportsman Association. You know, I don't know how involved any of us could be, but still, I'd like for us all to be a member of it, so that just adds another voice as being a part of the Tennessee Sportsman Association.
Right. Mike, do you have a fax machine that I can fax you this application?
Well, I got an email.
Okay, that'll work. Give me that address.
All right, MARL Richards at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Small letters.
I got you. I got you.
And give me an address to send that membership fee, and I'll do as far as a gift to my buddies, and just send him a check there. That way, that'll be just more voices.
Right.
That the Tennessee Sportsman Association will have.
Okay. Well, listen, we got 60 seconds left. He just hollered and told me. I'll send you this tomorrow, and you get it, and then I'll be talking to you on the phone tomorrow afternoon too.
Sounds good, buddy. Good to go.
Good to hear from you, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow evening.
All right, buddy. See
Thank
you,
you, Mike. Bye. Okay, folks. Just about time to go. God bless you. Have a good, safe week, and hope to see you next week. All right.